colleagues, we all agree that teachers matter. They transform lives, the lives of young children in our classrooms every day. In fact, when teachers and young children interact in the classroom, a miracle happens. I would like to take a moment to go through just 5 key points, which I call the 5 policy levers for guaranteeing a professional, motivated, and adequately supported teacher for our children. You may call it the 5-point plan. Plan number 1, it's important to professionalize teaching in the ECE sector. How can we do this? We need to establish professional teaching standards. EI and UNESCO in 2019 adopted a document, a very important framework of professional teaching standards globally. And I was encouraged to hear the Director General of UNESCO this morning indicate that specific standards for early childhood will be developed next year. EI will be happy to contribute to that process. Second, to professionalize teaching in the sector, it's important to provide training to all the early childhood educators, induction into the profession, continuous professional development. I'm talking about lifelong, life-wide, and life-deep learning for our teachers. And then third, we can professionalize teaching by giving teachers the professional autonomy, the trust, and the respect they deserve every day. And then number 2, ensure adequate and quality tools, teaching and learning resources for teachers. It's important that teachers have the necessary infrastructure, that they have the necessary resources to teach effectively. EI is carrying out a study on school infrastructure in Africa, and the results are discouraging. We don't have adequate resources in our schools, and it's even worse in early childhood. And then third, ensure decent salaries and working conditions for ECE teachers and early childhood education support personnel. This is critical because we want teachers not to focus on where they are going to get their next meal from, but we want them to focus on what they know how to do best, to teach. So it's important to improve salaries and to make sure that the salaries of teachers in early childhood education are no less than those of primary school teachers or educators in other sectors. And then number 4, ensure the involvement of early childhood educators through their unions in institutionalized, genuine, and continuous social and policy dialogue. That is continuous engagement protected by legislation and done in good faith. And number 5, which is the last lever, governments should commit to invest in early childhood education and in early childhood educators. This is critical, right from 0 to 8. That's why the Tashkent Declaration must have clear benchmarks for domestic financing of education and certainly for development aid as well. That's why our governments must respect the commitment to meet at least 6% of GDP or at least 20% of the national budget allocation to education for developing countries. I would like also to encourage development aid partners to meet their commitment to invest 0.7% of gross national income to development aid and make sure that at least 20% of all development aid goes to education, and that includes early childhood education. In conclusion, I would like to stress, Madam Chair, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the critical importance of government leadership and action. Yes, civil society can do something. Yes, others can do something. But the real game changer is government commitment, political leadership, investment in early childhood education and teachers. I'm talking about public investment and public provision of early childhood education. It is therefore important that we guarantee a qualified and motivated teacher for every child. If we do that, that would be the real game changer. That would be the real ambition of this very important conference. Thank you.